Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Have you ever been stuck somewhere, tangled up in something you had no business being in the first place, with no way out? I know I have. I made a series of bad choices that ended me up in a dead-end place that I didn't want to be. But the Lord, in His great compassion, got me out, freed me from that situation with one surprise phone call, and got me on a different path altogether. Talk about freedom. So I can understand the woman from John 8 who was caught in her sin and flung at Jesus' feet. She was naked, unarguably guilty, vulnerable, and worthy of death. She'd been caught in a trap of her own sin and found herself stuck in the middle of a war between good and evil with Jesus and the hypocritical Pharisees. Ironically, the Pharisees had brought her to the right person, the only one who could judge her and restore her. Of course, restoration wasn't what the Pharisees had in mind, but that's always what Jesus has in mind. And He wanted to restore the sinful Jewish leaders as much as that sinful woman. The statement He made, "He who is without sin, let him throw a stone at her first," was designed to make them realize that they were in the same exact position as that woman. Nothing hidden from Him. Their soul naked and open in the eyes of Him to whom we must give account, as Hebrews 4:13 puts it. Jesus would have liked nothing more than, instead of dropping their rocks and sneaking away, one of the Pharisees would come and kneel before Him, beg for forgiveness. He would have gladly given it, but instead they left one by one. Then it says Jesus was left alone and the woman standing in the midst. She didn't leave. She could have. Her accusers had slunk away. Jesus wasn't looking. But she didn't run from her sin. She stayed. And as He would have any of the Pharisees had they repented, Jesus treated the sinful woman with respect and gentleness. He didn't judge her. The fact is, He was the only one who could have judged her and thrown that first stone, but He knew she didn't need to die, because He would do that for her 6 months later. On the cross, Jesus would take her sin, the sins of the hypocritical Pharisees, my sins, your sins, all sin, from the Garden of Eden to the end of time. And He would die for them, all so that we could live. He chose to forgive. She heard the words of compassion and love. "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." One day, we'll all stand before the judgment seat of God, just as this woman did. Naked, unarguably guilty, vulnerable, worthy of death. And if we have repented and accepted Jesus' forgiveness here on earth, we will be just as relieved and grateful as this woman was to hear words of forgiveness. Then Jesus will cover us in His robe of righteousness and usher us into glory for an eternity with Him.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.